Tonight, moving forward, that's the status of impeachment hearings after a vote in the House splits party lines.
He is our entire world.
And against all odds, a Duluth couple overcomes obstacle after obstacle to welcome a miracle into the world.
Plus, a Duluth daycare's license sits on probation tonight after several startling discoveries.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Baki.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. A bitterly divided House approved rules for the next steps in the Democratic-led impeachment inquiry into President Trump.
Those guidelines pave the way for public hearings. CBS's Nicole Killian is on Capitol Hill with what comes next.
On this vote, the yeas are 232.
All but two House Democrats voted for a rules package guiding the next steps in the impeachment inquiry.
When the vote passed, they got very, very quiet. People understand the severity of the moment.
Republicans unanimously opposed the resolution.
When you look at this Soviet-style process, it shows you that they don't really want to get to the truth. They want to remove a sitting president.
These allegations prove to be true.
The rules are actually similar to those that govern the Clinton and Nixon impeachment proceedings. President Trump's lawyers will have access to evidence and can cross-examine witnesses. However, those rights can be withdrawn. The president tweeted, while the Democrats continue the, quote, impeachment scam, his administration will continue to deliver real results.
There is no official timeline yet for public impeachment hearings, but the chair of the House Intelligence Committee tells CBS News he hopes to release transcripts of closed-door testimony as early as next week.
I think they will see facts that cause them great concern about the president abusing the power of his office.
Testimony continued Thursday with the president's top Russia aide, Tim Morrison. He told lawmakers, "I was not concerned that anything illegal was discussed on that phone call with Ukraine."
Mr. Morrison's testimony is very damaging to the Democrat narrative.
But Morrison said he was troubled by the president's decision to withhold military aid. Democrats are still waiting to see if Morrison's former boss, John Bolton, will testify. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
Meanwhile, Minnesota's 8th District Congressman Pete Stauber joined his fellow House Republicans in voting no during today's hearings. In a statement today, Stauber wrote that he voted against the proceedings as it would allow Adam Schiff to continue to act as prosecutor, judge, and juror, doing what Stauber called absolutely nothing to provide this administration with the same due process rights which were afforded in past presidential impeachments.
Well, President Trump isn't the only Republican running in the presidential primary, but he'll be the only choice on the ballot in Minnesota. The state's Republican Party informed Minnesota's Secretary of State that Trump will be the only name listed on the 2020 Republican primary ballot. The Star Tribune reports 3 other Republican candidates, who many consider long shots, won't be listed. They include former Massachusetts Governor William Weld, former South Carolina Governor Mark Sanford, and former U.S. Representative Joe Walsh of Illinois. Walsh's campaign manager says Minnesota voters' rights are being disenfranchised. The state law says the party determines which candidates are placed on the primary ballot. Minnesota's presidential primary will be held March 3rd.
Dave joins us now for a quick look at weather. Kind of a chilly night out there for all the trick-or-treaters, huh?
But from what I've heard, it went off without a hitch despite the chill, and that
Yeah.
is a good thing, all right. But if we pull out now and take a look at the bigger picture around here with the Doppler, that low pressure system is still creeping its way through our area, and it is kicking up some snow showers in the western and even central parts of Minnesota right now. As we go through tomorrow, there's a 40 to 60% chance your town will get a little taste of that. And so you get up in the morning, it sounds like a blues song, and you got some flurries. And then at noon, you have some flurries. And at 3 p.m., you have some flurries. And by the time all is said and done, maybe a half-inch accumulation. But this might not be the only go-round for flurries this week. We'll show you a couple more coming up in a few more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. North Dakota regulators say the Keystone Pipeline has leaked hundreds of thousands of gallons of oil in the northeastern portion of the state, 383,000 gallons to be exact. The leak has since been contained and its cause is still unknown. North Dakota regulators learned about the leak late Tuesday night. They say some wetlands were affected, but not any sources of drinking water. Officials say the pipeline has been shut down. Now, the Keystone Pipeline is part of a 2,600-mile system that also would include the proposed Keystone XL pipeline.
Bad news for Duluth Daycare. The University Nursery School's Jefferson Square location has been put on probation. According to Minnesota's Department of Human Services, that's after a number of incidents where they say the child care center on East 3rd Street didn't meet the department's standards. According to documents since August of 2018, that includes 7 incidents of not properly supervising kids. It also included things like crib safety and feeding a child food they were allergic to. We mentioned those 7 supervision incidents. They include 3 kids who found their way into a community building stairwell, a preschooler who went unsupervised for 50 minutes, and a child who was left outside of the building. Since instances of non-compliance similar to these have been cited for the past 5 years, the facility has been placed on conditional status. The daycare has 15 days from the time they receive their probation notice to provide a written notice to all of their clients. The University Nursery School has 2 other locations in Duluth. As of now, they haven't received any probation notifications. We did reach out to officials at the Jefferson Square location for comment, and they declined to comment. They did tell us their board of directors will be releasing a statement regarding the probation sometime next week.
Well, starting a family is something a lot of couples dream of, but 10 to 25% of those pregnancies end in miscarriages. That study coming from the American Pregnancy Association.
A Duluth woman found a way to beat those odds. She shared that journey with CBS3's Leanne Valdez.
It was a world that I did not know really existed.
Kelsey and Max Keener got married in 2012. The new chapter for the newlyweds started off picture perfect.
So we got pregnant pretty easily, all happy and, planning nurseries and all of that fun stuff.
But it all quickly took a turn.
So I contacted the doctor. They tried for a Doppler heartbeat and could not find it, but they said it was too early still. And so I was sent for an ultrasound, went by myself, and still not thinking anything was wrong.
Kelsey was 14 weeks pregnant at the time.
And that's when I found out at that point that the pregnancy had ended, and so I was not going to be having a baby.
Kelsey's doctor told her miscarriages happen often.
And so that's kind of what I went with, was just kind of walked out of there and said, okay, this is just something that happens. And so we tried again. At 12 weeks, I had the same symptoms as I did the first one, and I just knew it.
Kelsey had lost that baby, too.
After 2 losses, they sent me for further testing.
Kelsey's doctor recommended doing a round of fertility treatments. She lost her 3rd baby at 6 weeks.
Once again, it was kind of bad luck. Our 4th one was the first time that we got to see a heartbeat. So once again, we were told, you're in the clear, you're fine. And then at 9 weeks, it was confirmed once again that the baby had died.
Did you and your husband ever think that, maybe this isn't in the books for our lifetime?
Oh, yeah. We did, for sure.
The Keeners tried again. They reached a point where they could hear the heartbeat, and 3 weeks later lost their 5th baby. They both decided to start looking for help outside of Duluth.
We did some regrouping, went down to the cities, was sent there for a second opinion. They found abnormal growth in my uterus that they said could be causing all of this. So we were super excited. Because we found something to fix. So we had that surgery to have that removed and tried again, and it was what's called a chemical pregnancy. So I got pregnant, and then within the week I was no longer pregnant. So then we got pregnant again for the 7th time, and just like clockwork, I was no longer pregnant again. We were just so hopeful that this was the one.
Would you call yourself strong?
I would in some ways. I have found strength in myself that I did not know I had, but I am also much more aware of so many weaknesses, and I have developed so many more weaknesses because of what I have went through.
Feeling defeated, Kelsey started to do her own research and stumbled upon an online group for women who suffer reoccurring miscarriages.
Someone on there had said, hey, there's this doctor in Chicago that does treatments for people that can get pregnant, but lose pregnancies.
The couple started their treatment but ran into another difficulty.
In January of 2018, and we had what was called an ectopic pregnancy. So baby grew not not in the right spot.
The couple lost their 8th pregnancy. However, they decided to move forward with their treatment. Kelsey would take over 30 pills and 3 shots a day. Every other week, she and her husband would make the long drive to Chicago, and then good news.
We got pregnant with our 9th pregnancy and got a positive pregnancy test in July 3rd of last year, and things just kept working.
Physically, things were going great for the Keeners, but emotionally, the feeling of uncertainty still weighed pretty heavy.
I mean, I went into every ultrasound scared to death that it was going to be the time that we found out that she wasn't alive.
She reflected on the trauma from her past pregnancies.
It's just so devastating. It's so isolating and lonely.
She remembered how at times Kelsey would often feel dismissed from friends, family, and doctors.
The things like, it's just bad luck. Well, you can just try again. Maybe you were too stressed out. You know, all of these things, they're just dismissing that person's grief.
She decided to take her pain and turn it into a compass.
I call them like funeral rules. If you wouldn't walk up to somebody at a funeral and say that to that person, don't say it to somebody who's had a miscarriage.
After multiple surgeries, over 5,000 pills, 700 injections, the Keener's storm finally turned into a rainbow.
This is Aslan. This is number 9.
Aslan Keener was born March 11th.
She is our entire world. When they set her on me and she was pink and she was screaming and she was just so alive, I actually took a full breath.
Weeks after she came home, just looking at her and being like, she's here. Like, she's actually here.
Right.
Like, it did not feel real.
I like to tell people that I would 100% do her entire pregnancy protocol. If I knew it was going to work and I knew it was going to be good again, I would do that portion. There was so much darkness. There was so many days where you wondered what you're supposed to do on this planet when you can't live with your children with you. And so now that we have her here, she's kind of our reason to keep going and take risks and find some joy in the world again.
The Keeners are doing great. Aslan is now 7 months old, and we're told she has a big personality. If you or someone you know is on the journey to pregnancy and is looking for local help, we've provided some links on our website.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, a historically diverse freshman class at UMD will tell you what it means for the university.
Record high temp is 74 from 1950. Today we only made 34, and not much better tomorrow. Will this cold snap last forever? You know, with winter looming, one could think yes, but I think there may be a little respite temperature-wise coming up in a couple of days. We'll point it out to you in a minute or two.
My name is John. I've lost 38 pounds with Healthy Systems USA, and it's the easiest program I've ever done.
Healthy Systems USA has helped thousands lose fat and live a healthier life, and we can help you too. Get your free consultation online or in person at Healthy Systems USA.
Numi Jewelers is having a spectacular sale. Everything in stock is up to 30% off. Stop in to find spectacular savings going on now. Numi Jewelers, where true love is guaranteed.
Here's this week's CBS 3 Game Day lineup. Brought to you by Kohler Hyundai. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Whether you're tracking your next trophy or training your new puppy, get everything you need at Fleet Farm. This week, get hot sale prices on a Stealth Cam No Glow IR Trail Cam, $114.99. Blue Buffalo Large Bag Dog Food, $5 off our low fleet price. A men's Carhartt Short Coat, only $49.99. And select Goodyear tires, buy 3 and get the 4th free. Fleet Farm is built for every season. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
The Greater Downtown Council celebrates flavors of fall during Eat Downtown Duluth Restaurant Week, November 4th through the 9th, with lunch and dinner specials from these participating restaurants. Culinary mastery, one price, one destination. Visit downtownduluth.com for Eat Downtown menus.
Boo!
I'm sorry for what I did to your face.
All good. Have a break. Have a break. Have a Kit Kat.
Mariah Haberman here from Discover Wisconsin. Join me and the rest of the DW crew every week on this station for all things Wisconsin. Find us on social media right now for gorgeous photos and great Wisconsin giveaways. Speaking of free stuff, did you know every month we give away an exciting vacation? This month, you could win a prize package to Lake Geneva. Just visit discoverwisconsin.com for details.
Get your news on the go. The CBS3 mobile app. It's our 9-year anniversary. Save $200 off our 2-month program. Want to lose that summer weight by Christmas? Lose up to 1 pound a day with Healthy Systems USA. Free consultation online or in person. Change your life today with Healthy Systems USA. Now, the CBS3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Of course, with Kristen and Tony, it was only a couple of years ago they were trick-or-treating themselves. For me, it was way back in the 70s. Tonight, temperatures weren't in the 70s, only the 30s, but the kids still managed to get out and enjoy. Here's the Conley kids in the Oakland Township Superior area. They got out and about and didn't have any hitches. Tomorrow's hitch, a slight chance for a little bit of light snow. And by light snow, I mean maybe a half-inch worth of accumulation. So not a huge deal, but there are a couple more chances for more similar light snows coming around next week, which we'll eye up in the 7-day forecast. But of course, now we cast our eye upon downtown Duluth here, and the stats coming in from the airport up over the hill, up that way. 29 degrees, clouds increasing as a low pressure system works in, bringing a chance for light snow. Well, tonight for some towns and others tomorrow. Wind right now is southwesterly 7 miles per hour. The relative humidity 61%, and our air pressure is holding steady at the surface on the higher side at 30 inches. But that low likely will knock down barometer readings tomorrow and maybe through the weekend too, because it's backed up by another small low pressure system. So I think we're going to be fairly cloudy for the week ahead, with a couple of snow shower chances popping up here and there. Temperatures, well, they're popping down to 21 right now in Ely, only 19 in Two Harbors, up to 23. As the clouds come in, these numbers could rise. So 19 in Two Harbors right now, could become a little bit warmer by tomorrow morning. Other chilly spots include 18 in Ashland, 19 from Solon Springs to Hayward, and 20 whole degrees for the folks in Ironwood. You know, a couple of days coming up in the next 7 could have temperatures back towards 40 or so. So it's not going to be that bone-chillingly cold until perhaps next weekend, when temperatures low-wise drop into the teens again. We're right now dropping out of the sky. Yeah, some light snow showers in the arrowhead of Minnesota. They are associated with this low-pressure system that's skirting the region right now. Higher pressure is well down to our south, so once this low works through tomorrow, the next one starts to come aboard. So snow showers and clouds for Friday. Dry but cloudy Saturday, dry but cloudy Sunday. Monday, a rain-snow mix as the second low comes around. How long will that last? Well, we'll show you now with the 7-day forecast. Tonight, we start in Minnesota and look at the low temps dropping into the 20s. We're increasing into the 20s as the night goes on, as the clouds return. Clouds will thicken in Wisconsin, Michigan as well, and low temps there likely will go from about 20 to 25. So if you're in the teens now, you just might warm up overnight. For tomorrow, Wisconsin, Michigan, high temps in the 30s, with a 60% chance for that half-inch of light snow coming around. 40% chance in Minnesota for about a half-inch of light snow, and high temps there in the 30s as well. Warmer by the lake, cooler inland. Extended forecast tells us that 40 on Sunday may be the pick of the litter. I go on vacation a week and a half ago. We're talking about temperatures in the 50s and motorcycling. Now we're looking forward to 40 on Sunday with clouds. Sometimes it just doesn't seem fair. Then for Monday and Tuesday, there's another chance for the precip I was talking about. A brief break on Wednesday, and by next Thursday, another chance for some flurries.
All right, I guess November. That's November for you, huh?
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Dave. Well, the 2019 freshman class at the University of Minnesota Duluth broke records with the highest percentage of students of color starting at the same time.
CBS 3's Jenna Wells spoke with officials and students about the impact this statistic has on the university.
UMD's Academic Affairs Office reports students of color and Native American students represent about 15% of this year's freshman class. That's the highest percentage ever.
The diversity of the incoming class continues to increase incrementally, so about 1% per year we're seeing an increase in student of color enrollees.
Ian Pancook, the Director of Marketing and Operations at UMD's Admissions Center, says there are a number of possible reasons for the cultural spike.
One is the changing demographics of the state of Minnesota as well as the upper Midwest in the K-12 system, so just a higher percent of students of color. So we've also just upon our own actions, gone to recruit and make more students aware of the University of Minnesota Duluth.
Azreen Awal works with UMD's Multicultural Center. She says programs on campus that celebrate diversity make a big impact on the student body.
In the Multicultural Center, there are multiple student groups, various identity groups, various organizations are involved here, and all of the students working together in collaboration is amazing to see.
And that inclusivity is important for students to learn from each other.
It brings new perspective while also creating safer spaces, not just for one identity group, but for everyone involved. To increase diversity, to increase inclusion, creates a more holistic campus that is more beneficial for everyone.
Pan Cook says learning from and working with other cultures will have a positive impact on students after they leave UMD and enter the workforce.
To have that experience here at UMD is just going to be very beneficial. It's going to be beneficial to the organizations they work for, graduate schools, etc., and then the communities as a whole.
We also learned 14% of new freshmen are starting at a sophomore level, which means they completed 30 or more college credits while in high school through accelerated classes.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, people are divided about a controversial decision rolled out by Twitter. Details next.
CBS 3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Toyota, home of the largest selection of SUVs in the Northland. Visit KohlerToyota.com for 50th anniversary specials.
Hold on to me, don't let me go. Your first name is Reed, last name is Dumb.
For a limited time during SUV season, get over $6,500 total savings on a 2019 Ford Edge. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Welcome to Medical Insight, a weekly healthcare feature brought to you by the experts at Essentia Health. Here's your host, Louis St. George.
Today on Medical Insight, Essentia Health physical therapist Ron Winans tells us how the Spinex rehabilitation program is helping patients restore neck and back strength.
We incorporate some strength and conditioning, cardiovascular, stretching, home program, and a routine here and in the physical therapy department. We're here also to help decrease their fear, return to their activities recreationally, work, home, yard work, anything they need. We cater their program to themselves. So someone comes in with back and neck pain, it is a head-to-toe project. We do initial evaluation. We find out where they're at, not where they should be at for height, weight, age, female or male. We find out where they're at. If you're 6'5", 350 pounds, that's who you need to be strong enough for. So we got to find out where you're at. 80% of sports injuries are training errors, so we have to find out what's their flexibility, range of motion, and then progress there.
The Spinex program is 2 days a week for 6 to 8 weeks. Winans says a successful outcome is when patients can increase their activity without fear.
We're here to re-educate the back and neck, increase their range of motion flexibility. Once we have that, then we can start building on the strengthening component. So it is, again, tailored to the individual, and obviously as they build confidence and decrease fear to their return to activities, I want to hear that they can do stuff they hadn't been able to do, and that's what we typically see. In the last 11 to 12 years, we've seen close to 2,500 patients with an 80% successful rate.
For Medical Insight, I'm Louis St. George.
This Medical Insight was brought to you by Essentia Health. To learn more about the services we offer, visit essentiahealth.org.
Get your new John Deere tractor from Duluth Lawn and Sport, the region's largest power sports dealer.
Duke is a man of few words and many songs.
Let freedom ring. Gone country. Going down till the sun comes up.
It's 102.5. Duke FM.
In a controversial move, Twitter is dropping all political ads from their site, triggering a new debate about free speech.
That's right. CEO Jack Dorsey tweeted yesterday, quote, "While internet advertising is incredibly powerful and very effective for commercial advertisers, That power brings significant risks to politics, where it can be used to influence votes to affect the lives of millions, end quote. However, Facebook's decision not to censor politicians, even at the risk of spreading misinformation, faced scrutiny on Capitol Hill last week. Democrats largely praised Twitter's policy shift, while Trump's campaign manager called it yet another attempt to silence conservatives.
Kelly's here to talk a little bit about sports.
High school football
Yeah.
galore. I'm freezing. Man, though, we've got some sweet stories and some sweet highlights for you coming up next.
For a limited time at Home Furniture, spend $9.99 or more, get 7% tax relief. Spend even more and get double tax relief, plus free shipping and no interest financing for 12 months. Tax relief savings only at Home Furniture.
With the all-new Silverado HD, Silverado's now the only truck brand that can offer trucks with best-in-class towing, or trucks with best-in-class camera technology, or larger, more functional beds than any competitor. The only truck that can compare to a Silverado is another Silverado. Or get a total value of over $9,300 on this Silverado with a larger, more functional bed than any competitor. Or during truck month, make no monthly payments for 90 days.
Visit TrueNorthChevyDealers.com.
Real steel. Find yours. And find what fuels you. Right now, steel chainsaws start at just $179.95. Or save $50 when you upgrade to the hardworking MS250. Find yours at steeldealers.com.
Cat Country 98.9 has a new morning show with JD and Brooke every weekday morning from 6 till 10. Duluth Superior's live and local morning show. JD and Brooke in the morning. The hottest country all day in the Northland. Cat Country 98.9.
The Ultimate Tribute Band rocks the stage Friday, December 13th at Black Bear Casino Resort. It's Airball. All arena rock all night long. Tickets available at the Players Club or online at blackbearcasinoresort.com. Make the Bear your place.
Truck toppers, lids, liners, and accessories. Northwest Outlet is your truck topper headquarters of the Northland. Northwest Outlet has a large variety of ARE toppers for all makes and models of trucks, foreign or domestic, in all kinds of custom colors and styles and free installation. ARE's smooth, sculptured profiles and tight fit make it hard to see where the cab ends and the topper begins. Beautiful and rugged ARE has the highest quality construction for strength and durability. Northwest Outlet, 1814 Belknap Superior, the store that saves you more.
Duluth Dodge Ram has a great automotive news story. Ram Power Days. Over 100 new Ram trucks in stock. Lease a 2019 Ram Quad Cab SLT 4x4 Warlock for only $184 a month. Only at Duluth Dodge Ram. DuluthDodgeMinnesota.com.
At Home Sleep Express, try and buy a Nectar mattress now. Nectar is engineered to adapt to your body's rest and pressure points. Get free sheets with every mattress, free shipping, and free financing is always available. Nectar, now at Home Sleep Express.
Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Well, here we go. Next stop after this week for Minnesota State high school football teams is the state tournament. A number of area teams still in the hunt tonight on a very, very cold evening. Silver Bay Mountain Iron Mule 9-man winner to the state tournament. First quarter, Mariners bring some trickery. Luke Stadler goes back across the formation to Derek Thompson. He fights his way down the sideline. It's 7-0 Silver Bay, but the Rangers take it from there. Asher Zubik off the play action hits Aiden Bissonette for the score. And a few minutes later, they go at it again. Zubik back to pass, but this time he'll take it himself. Zubik takes the keeper all the way into the end zone. MIB is heading to the tourney. They win this one 34-14, the final. Well, a team certainly playing inspired. Esco taking on Aitken at Molosky Stadium. First quarter still scoreless. Kyle Clough rolling out on third down, throws across his body. That's a bad idea. Preston Lowe is there for the pick. That's 6 points the other way. Esco jumps out in front, 7-0. But this game was tight all night. Just before halftime, Clough pitches it to Owen Miller, and he's going to throw it. Diving grab by Gabe Long. Gobblers up 16-13 at the half, but Esco throws a punch right back in the third quarter. Preston Lowe is in from 11 yards out. Esco taking the lead. Then in the fourth, this guy had 4 touchdowns for Esco, a 94-yard touchdown reception for Preston Lowe. Esco holds Aitken late, and they're off to state with a 29-28 win.
You know, it's maybe just a little step in healing, but I think, you know, it's obviously we still have a long way to go. But you know, I feel good for the boys. They've put in and endured a lot. So I mean, so it's really fun to see them smile right now. I'm heartwarms for that. I couldn't be more proud of a group of young men. There's no way I could be.
It means a lot. After the loss of Jackson, we all came a lot more closer, and it means a lot. Yeah, I don't know. The line played out of their minds, and then I don't know, momentum came on our side, and we just took care of it.
That's awesome. Well, Section 7 AA Championship, Moose Lake Willow River taking on Mesabi East first quarter. Rebels first drive, Mason Olson hands it off to Blake Jewell for the easy couple steps into the end zone for the touchdown. After the second, Rebels with it again. Folks, drop what you're doing and watch this. Olson drops back, fires Logan Overdahl. Go up and get it, sir. That is a one-handed catch. One more time in slow motion. I don't have any words, but they do convert on the next drive. Olson to Logan Prevette. He makes his way 9 yards for the score. Rebels lead 18-0 after the 2-point conversion, and they are your Section 7 AA champs, 36-8, the final. And finally, tomorrow night, we want to remind you the UMD women are back to WCHA play for a regionally broadcast game against St. Cloud State tomorrow night at Amsoil Arena. Puck drop is at 7:07 p.m. on Fox Sports North. That's going to do it for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Annual mammograms are recommended for women ages 40 or older. Schedule yours today.
I know people love the dish remote. It's great. So why build in the Google Assistant? I mean, who really needs a TV remote that can turn the thermostat up,
change temperature to 72,
the lights down,
dim the lights,
and still access their DVR?
play real?
Actually, some people could absolutely use a remote like that. The new Dish Voice Remote. Dish, tuned in to you.
My name is Dan Metcalf. I'm a general surgeon and a colorectal surgeon at Memorial Medical Center. I bring a new set of skills to Ashland, and some of what Ashland would allow me is a culture that is very patient-centered. That's a really important part of surgery or medicine in general, is really getting to know the people that you're taking care of. I get the joy of seeing patients every day and taking care of people every day and learning about their lives as well as fixing them.
At Cracker Barrel, we're cooking up warm feelings of home this season with country fried turkey, hand-breaded, fried till crispy, and topped with holiday herbed gravy. Our take on a festive favorite is back, and it's only at Cracker Barrel. So come on home for the holidays. Come on home to Cracker Barrel.
With the giving season just around the corner, it's the perfect time to add a new member to your family. That's why several area animal shelters are coming together for the Subaru Love a Pet adoption event at Miller Hill Subaru. November 9th is Catterday, featuring all-day cat adoptions. Sunday, November 10th, is Pup Day, with all-day dog adoptions. There will be holiday pet photos and a free microchip with an item off our wish list. Join us at Miller Hill Subaru for this exciting event.
My part-time service in the Army National Guard allows me to keep my community and those I care about safe from threats. Learn more about how you too can live and serve part-time close to home by visiting nationalguard.com.
The best relationships all have a few things in common. They're dependable. They want what's best for you. They come in all shapes and sizes. But most importantly, the best relationships are built to last. You and Blue.
New fall fashions are arriving daily at Mainstream Fashions for Men at Mainstream, downtown Duluth.
All right, we're wrapping up Halloween night 2019.
Yeah, we are.
It's a cold one, too.
It really was,
Yeah.
but which ones aren't around here? Very
Right,
few
that's
are
true.
warm, and some are awfully snowy. This one we managed to pull off pretty well. That's the Almanac. We're taking a wrap-up look at our temperatures today. It was 10 degrees cooler than normal, and frankly, it will be again tomorrow, maybe through the weekend. But by Monday, there's a chance we'll go back towards normal, which again is around 44 degrees. That may bring its own set of problems. You may get a rain and snow mix then.
All right. Thanks, Dave. Thanks for joining us.